XRP holders, another delay. All right. SEC versus Ripple. We're seeing another delay on this appeal. We just saw a couple days ago Brad Garlinghouse come out and say that the appeals are going to be gone and we're going to close that chapter in the book and we're going to move forward with this lawsuit being wrapped up. How many times have we heard that before? Well, it's not over just yet. I'm going to be talking about that, but we're also going to be talking about many, many other bullish news pieces about XRP Ripple that not many people are talking about. So without further ado, welcome back to Crypto Report. I'm Blacksea. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel right now. Let's hop in this video. I do want to say, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say is financial advice. I do this for entertainment purposes only and just tell you guys what I'm doing in these markets. So let's hop into this, all right? So we're going to start off here on Twitter from Digital1505. He says, just when you thought the SEC Ripple regulatory pantomime couldn't get any more ridiculous, but then this new published delay to August 15th may be more about disenfranchising retail XRP investors. Remember, FedNow goes live July 14th. Regulatory clarity is critical. Hold. So FedNow is going to be going live July 14th, and that should create more regulatory clarity when it comes to cryptocurrency space. That being said, so we had Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, say, we're going to drop all these appeals. The SEC and Ripple lawsuit's going to come to an end. We're doing it now. It gets prolonged till August 15th. It just seems like we just can't close this chapter. What do you think about that, XRP holders? Because it is pretty frustrating. Now, I do think that XRP holders will come out stronger on the other side, but I think that it is very, very frustrating and very, very tiresome. It's been years and years of this SEC versus XRP Ripple lawsuit. It has been never ending, it seems like. But so let's talk about some positives here. So we're going to have to wait till August 15th for this appeal to be dropped and for this to be all over. But let's talk about what's happening in the meantime. So Crypto Sensei, breaking news. CNBC Ripple has officially applied for a banking charter. Big move for XRP, game-changing potential ahead. If you watched my XRP video from yesterday, you guys know I've been talking about where this is going, where the crypto space is headed, and it is headed with stablecoins. And once all this stablecoin regulation passes and there's clarity on it, you're going to start to see crypto banking. And XRP is going to be a part of crypto banking. Guys, Ripple Tools, XRP, it is a bridge currency, from bridging from the blockchain to fiat and vice versa, creating frictionless payments, okay, guys? This is very bullish. I think it's going to happen pretty quickly here. I mean, we're seeing this big bill passing that Trump just did, and the Genius bill, the big, beautiful bill. It's going to have a lot of interesting crypto stuff in it, and I do think that it will impact XRP significantly. I think we'll get this show on the road, and I think that will also help the SEC and Ripple lawsuit come to an end a little bit quicker as well. I do also want to talk about Kenny Nugent says, breaking news, Senator Cynthia Lummis has introduced new legislation aimed at reducing taxes on XRP and other cryptocurrencies. Boom, okay? We can't get away from the good news, okay? Yes, we have this SEC Ripple lawsuit. It's been going on for a very long time. But guys, it is coming to an end. We're on our way there. We're on the right path to getting there. And at the same time, there's bullish piece of news, bullish piece of news, bullish piece of news. It is never ending. We're getting more and more bullish news, guys. Really not even only with XRP, but the entire cryptocurrency space as a whole. We're seeing Bitcoin trading at $110,000 in Q3 right now, okay? Let's take a look at XRP. XRP is trading at about $2.25. I'm in some interesting long positions. I've been just doing scalping, really. Right now, I'm in a long scalp over on Blowfin. You can check out the awesome referral links we have down below. There's a pretty cool sign bonus right now. I think we have a $5,000 sign bonus. There's a lot of other awesome exchanges down below as well. But they're doing, Blowfin specifically is doing a $4.2 million prize pool just from trading volume, and you can win a Cybertruck. So pretty cool stuff. But all in all, what I'm doing right now is I am high leverage scalping, guys. I am trying to capitalize on my gains to the upside and to the downside, and really just trade in this channel. Because if you look at this, XRP has been trading in this channel. I believe I measured the other day, and I think it was something like, I'm going to say 190 days. I could be a little bit off there. Yeah, 214 days, okay? So we've been trading this channel for 214 days, and if you've been scalping this, you'd be making much more money than if you were to have just longed from the bottom to the top here. Now, obviously, it's not as easy to catch these moves. But when you're doing low time frame, I'm talking like, as I'm doing like 5-minute to an hour time frame max when I'm scalping here, and I'm just trying to really get as much profit as I can to accumulate more crypto and get more exposure to the currencies that I like. But all in all here, I expect this to chop around a little bit more. We start to see on Market Cipher, the money flow is trying to curl up. This red wave is trying to curl up into green, like back here. Whenever it's red, whenever it's green, there's more money coming into the asset. Whenever there's red waves, there's more money coming out than in. Okay, it's as simple as that. But you see the momentum wave really ticking up here. But guys, like, we're in a Bitcoin bull market. Okay, Bitcoin is doing some very, I want to say grandiose, but it's pretty significant what it's actually doing. It is making big moves, and we're near all-time highs. And everyone was so bearish last month because of this war and this conflict in the Middle East. And, well, people are pretty bullish now. Stocks are at all-time highs, and I think that we're probably going to see Bitcoin play out to the upside, and I think that we're going to see the Federal Reserve kind of pivot here sooner rather than later into the end of 2025. And with that, I expect risk-on assets to perform better than they have been. I'll put it to you that way. Better than they have been. But you look at XRP right now at rank 4, up about 7% in the past 7 days, catching a little bit of a bid in the past 24 hours. Nothing too significant now. The traditional market closed early today for 4th of July, which is basically a big holiday in the U.S. if you're not a part of the U.S. But you look at this. XRP is just staying flat, really. Like, we are so range bound. This is why I'm scalping, because we're in a very tight range. We're not seeing massive breakdowns. We're not seeing massive breakouts yet, okay? And so I'm just trying to capitalize on that right now and kind of get a general idea of where this market wants to head, and before I really switch up my trading strategy. But you look at the overall market, guys. Look at this. Bitcoin's at 109,000, up about 0.5%. Bitcoin dominance, basically where it's been at for the past 2 weeks, at 64.5%. Excluding stablecoins, we're at 66.5%. I like to see this. I like to see that there's liquidity moving into the crypto space as a whole. You're not seeing dominance shifting too much, but you're seeing alts and Bitcoin rallying. That is a good sign, my friends. And you look at Bitcoin here on the daily time frame. It's trying really hard to test the top of this channel at new all-time highs on the daily time frame. I'm not really looking at the daily too close right now. Like, there's not really... All I would say is that I really would like us to break out to the upside here rather than break down, because if we break down here, usually, like, you have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. Usually the 4th touch is one too many, and that's when you get a significant breakdown or a break to the upside. But usually from my trading, I've been trading for nearly a decade in the cryptocurrency space. Usually what I see commonly is on the 3rd touch, you break out to the upside, and on the 4th touch, you break out to the downside. Now, that doesn't happen all the time, but just based on what I've seen when I'm trading, that's usually what tends to happen. But regardless, when you look at the higher term time frames, like the monthly is strong, guys. You have a green dot on the momentum wave on Market Cipher down here. The light blue's trying to clip down. I really want to see that not happen, but we have a lot of time left. We have another 27 days, basically 28 days. But any monthly candle closure really above, like, yeah, really any monthly candle closure above 108K, we're probably going to be going over all-time highs here in the month of July, and or I should say into August, if we see July with a closure above 108K. And I expect continuation of the upside. But guys, let me know in the comments below. Do you think that when the Fed pivots, we'll actually see true altcoin season, or is it just hopium? I'm very curious on what you guys have to say about that. I'm pretty bullish on XRP. I think it's one of the main cryptocurrencies that are, you know, a blue chip, if you will, that I'm going to be swing trading around. I'm scalping. But guys, when it comes to long-term holding, for me, I'm a swing trader, guys. I trade altcoins and I invest in Bitcoin. So the longest I'll hold an altcoin really for is like 2 years, 3 years max, just trying to catch those cycles. And right now I do think that we're still in the cycle to the upside. And I think that's going to play out until, I'm going to keep saying that until the fat lady sings, which would be if Bitcoin doesn't make new all-time highs by the end of 2025. But that's all I got, guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel right now. Check out those awesome affiliate links down below. It really helps support this channel. That's all I got. I'll see you next one. Bye-bye.